captain speaking. I said, this is your captain speaking. Do not adjust your headsets, your volumes, whatever you listen to me on. But we have breaking news. The Carolina Panthers are 4-3, above 500 for the first time since 2019. Yes, sir. The Carolina Panthers are above 500 for the first time since 2019. Look, we talked about it last week. What were you doing in 2019? 5 years ago, when the Carolina Panthers were over 500 through 7 games for the first time since 2019. That's 6 years ago. What was you doing? Look, I was unmarried. I was in a committed relationship, but I was unmarried. I ain't had no kids. There was no COVID-19. My life was completely different. It's been a long time coming, but the Carolina Panthers, we here. We are here, and it's time to celebrate, man. Y'all know how we doing, man. I gotta call the authorities because the Carolina Panthers got another win. It wasn't pretty, but they got the job done. They done won 3 games in a row. 3 games in a row. Call everybody you know. Let them know that the Carolina Panthers have won 3 games in a row. What up, though, chat? What up, though, chat? What up, though? What we doing, man? What's going on, chat? Look, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. But they got their job done. They got their job done. I said they got it done, man. 4-3. The Carolina Panthers won 13-6. We talking about it today. Let me get into the chat really quick. The chat going crazy. My boy Knucklehead K, what up, though? Hope you feeling better, brother. You know Captain Dunk in the building. DeGross, what up, though? Sean, Damien, what up, though? You know what I'm saying? Bonnie, what up, though? Reginald said it tastes like, bro, I ain't even cracked the bottle open yet. I can't even do my thing. I can't even play my theme music yet. I can't even pull my theme music yet. But I'm gonna burp the baby right quick. Look, man, I got the big bottle today. I ain't got the baby bottle pop. I got the big bottle today. We 4-3. Winning record. Nicole S, what up, though? Said that -1 spread was disrespectful. I hope y'all made money. I don't bet on my own team, but if I was going to do it, this would have been the week. It was disrespectful. King Weeaboo said it tastes like victory. You already know. Your mom's birthday was the day, the blue champagne ready to toast. That's what I'm talking about. The blue champagne ready to toast. See, I'm drinking on some cream liqueur. See, we need Bryce Young in the story, man. We're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about that Bryce injury. We're going to talk about it. Arvera, what up, though? Underground West at above 500. Eric Blair, what up, though? What up, though? Footsteps said, keep pounding. Slick said, keep pounding, too. J47, what up, though? Alan Randall, what up, though? Sean Mumford on the super chat. Say your mom's birthday. She got the blue champagne ready to go. We're going to toast to your moms. We're going to toast to your moms too then. And this Panthers done. When I crack this bottle open, we're going to toast to your moms. Happy birthday to my Dukes. Happy birthday to my Dukes. We got a Panthers W on the birthday. How you love that? How you love that? Hey. What we talking about? Hey, this is the reason. The reason why the captain's hat comes out is because I am the captain of the bandwagon. Of course, I am the captain of the Carolina Panthers bandwagon. I am. So all aboard. All aboard. We done built up some momentum, built up some confidence. We got a nice little stretch of competition coming up this next month or so. We're going to see what we made up. But it's time right now to jump on the bandwagon, punch your ticket. Grab your ticket. Come get with it. Hey, man. Look, we rolling. Yeah, we got the Bills at home. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. We're going to talk about the Bryce injury, man. But I'm staying. We locked in right now on the task at hand, and that's this dub. Cameron Starr still. What up, though? Yeah, the Bryce injury. We'll talk about the details. Sweet Caroline, keep pounding. Yes, sir. Tyrod ain't no bet. I don't know what Tyrod was thinking, bro. I ain't know what Tyrod was thinking, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what Tyrod was thinking about. All right, I think we got all the what up those. Alvin Butler, what up, though? I think we got all the what up those out of the chat. Just shout out to Damian, said he made money. Captain Cruncher, first roll victory. Look, man. Go ahead and crack your bottle open if you got one. This one, I froze mine on accident, so mine might pop. I don't know what's gonna happen. I got my towel ready. So I don't know what's gonna happen. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned for the theatrics, if anything. Y'all stay tuned for the theatrics, if anything. I need to get a Bel Air sponsorship. Anybody got a contact for the French Bel Air? Because if the Panthers gonna keep winning, they gonna keep getting this free promo. If the Panthers keep winning, Bel Air gonna keep getting this free promo for me, unfortunately. So they need to go ahead and spot your boy a little bit of chunk of change. They can pay me in free. They can pay me in free bottles. They can pay me in free bottles. I will take free champagne. But if the Panthers gonna keep winning like this, it's gonna get a little expensive. It's gonna get a little expensive. I done switched to the big bottle. Shout out to the Panthers, man. Yes, sir. We clean. I know how to pop a champagne bottle. I done got good at it now. We done won 3 games in a row. I done got good at popping the champagne bottles. You know what I mean? I done got good at popping the champagne bottles. We done won 3 in a row. It's my 3rd week with a bottle of that blue. Or that le bleu. That le bleu Bel Air. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say with a little French twang. A little French twang. A le bleu. A le bleu Bel Air champagne. Oui. Hey, man. It tastes like victory. It tastes like victory. It tastes like victory. It tastes. Hey, toast to my Dukes. Toast to my Dukes. One time for the one time. Toast to Sean Mumford, my Dukes Mumford. Shout out to her. Toast. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. More life. And then one time for the Carolina Panthers as well. It tastes like victory. It tastes like victory. All right, man. Let me get to business. Larry Elmer, shout out to you for the super chat. He said, man, I was at the game today, Dunk. Defense looked incredible in person, and them keep pounding chants were loud. It's up now. I heard y'all on the broadcast. I heard y'all chanting, keep pounding towards the end. But I ain't gonna lie. The sound was messed up. Appreciate you on the super chat, brother. Safe travels coming back from the game. I appreciate that. But man, if you watched it at home like me, what was going on with Fox? What was going on with that sound? I didn't know if I was listening. It sounded like we were listening to AM radio. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like AM radio. It just sounded, bro. It sounded like, I don't know what that was. It sounded like we was listening to the game, and the sound system was 2 paper cups tied together with a string. The sound was horrible. I don't know what was going on. I thought it was my sound bar messing up. I was finna call Vizio and get pissed. And then I tweeted it out, and everybody else said they was having issues. And then Fox said that they was having issues. I'm like, all right, man, get it together, y'all. The sound was delayed. Like the ball was being snapped. You could hear the voice 5 seconds before the ball was snapped. I couldn't tell if people was false starting, stuck in their stance, or what. I don't know what was going on with that audio. Get it together, man. Get it together. We done won 3 in a row. We deserve better. We deserve better. We deserve better, Fox. We done won 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying? Get it together, man. They said Winston Churchill sounded better in his speech. Still like something from the 50s. Man. But let's talk about it. We got to start with this defense. Again. It's time to open them church doors yet again. I don't want to hear no excuses about who the opponent was. It's time to open them church doors for Ejiro Evero. It's time to open the church doors for Ejiro Evero, another masterclass. I don't want to hear about the opponent. You did what you're supposed to do. It was a get-right game. We needed one of these, and we got a get-right game. 6 sacks, 2 turnovers, 0 touchdowns allowed. This is the second game this season we haven't allowed a touchdown. 81 rushing yards allowed. 172 passing yards allowed. 16 total pressures, 6 sacks. Bro, the defense handling business. They won the game for us today. An ugly game. This was an ugly game. We've had some ugly games before, but this was ugly. This was ugly. I'm telling you, the defense held it for us, bro. It's a beautiful thing when you see that money that you spent come back and it's worth every penny. Derrick Brown, oh my God. 7 tackles, 2 sacks, 3 PBUs. A defensive tackle having 3 pass breakups. I don't know what's crazier. A defensive tackle having 7 tackles, or 3 PBUs. Derrick Brown Jr. said he playing like top 2, and he ain't 2. The highlight tape continues to grow. He has his first multi-sack game in his career. If he ain't getting to the quarterback, that 6'5" frame is getting them hands up and knocking the ball down. 3 pass breakups for Derrick Brown. It's time. All-pro this man. It's time to all-pro this man. Stop using that excuse of the Panthers being bad so we don't get the respect. All-pro this man. Coming off of an injury. He may get comeback player of the year if he don't play a sexy position. He don't play a sexy position, so he may not get comeback player of the year. But damn it, all-pro needs to be on the menu. All-pro needs to be on the menu. Derrick Brown is a force. One of the highest paid guys on the team. Another guy. Let's talk about it. Jaycee Horn. Jaycee Horn. 3 targets, 1 reception allowed, 12 yards, 2 interceptions. 2 interceptions. A 6.9 passer rating allowed. 6.9 passer rating allowed for Jaycee Horn. Come on, man. Another one-hand interception. He had help on the inside. I don't know if he was baiting. He was baiting him or something. He had help over the top with Nick Scott. He tracked the ball in the air, the closing speed. You can see a one hand, taking points off the board, getting a pick in the end zone, taking points off the board. He was open. I can't even fault Tyrod for that one. But damn it, the second one, Tyrod, what were you thinking? How dare you try Jaycee Horn with a sorry receiver like Josh Reynolds? Textbook technique. Absolutely textbook technique on press coverage. Squeezing and pestering him to the sideline. Turning, finding the football, getting 2 hands in the air. And then Josh Reynolds tried to break it up. He grabbed JC's outside arm. JC had the wherewithal to put it in his left arm so he couldn't take it away from him. Supreme ball skills. Supreme ball skills. That's elite. JC don't even get tried like that. So for that to happen, the eyes had to be wide open. The eyes had to be wide open. Jaycee Horn, 2 picks. 2 picks. Hell, man, it's a beautiful thing, man, when the money that you broke in the offseason starts paying off. The money that you broke off in the offseason starts to pay off. Because even the free agent acquisition, Moehrig, 6 tackles, 1 sack. He missed another sack. But he was an animal today too. Look, man, the homegrown fellas making plays, and Jaycee and Derrick. Then you got Trevon making plays as well. Man, listen. Defense came to play. I don't care who the opponent was. If you have an opponent that you can dominate, do it. Do what you're supposed to do. It's part of being a professional. Showing up and handling your business is part of being professional. I don't care. If Justin Fields is trash. I don't care if the Jets didn't have Garrett Wilson. I don't care if they're winless. You, on paper, you were supposed to dominate them, and that's exactly what you did. 81 yards rushing. You've been only giving it up 94 all season. You gave up 81. That's good for the averages. You've been stingy. You haven't been getting many sacks this year. 6 sacks is just what the doctor ordered. I don't care what the opponent is. We've been struggling to get home. This is what we needed. This is exactly what we needed. A get-right game. A get-right game. According to NFL Next Gen stats, we had them 16 total pressures. Nick Scoring finally got his first sack. Give it up for Nick Scoring. Give it up for Nick Scoring. Finally, this brother might lead us in almost sacks. He had Tyrod in the grass one time and let him go. It's happened to him multiple times. But he finally got his sack. He had a sack and a half. 6 total pressures for Nick Scoring, according to NFL Next Gen stats. Man, I'm so proud for the defense. I don't care who the opponent was. These were the opponents that were using us for get-right games last year. I don't care if you're saying it's the Jets. We were the get-right team last year, especially on defense. Nobody felt sorry for us when we were giving up all them rush yards and big plays and miscommunications in the secondary. Nobody felt sorry for us. I don't care. I don't care who the opponent was. They lined up and they got dominated. Shout out to the defense, man. Shout out to Mike Jackson on the bounce back game too. Again, this is a get-right game. The receivers definitely weren't as good. I will concede. But he played ball. Am I drinking Alizé Blue Passion? Nah. We drink Bel Air, my boy. We drink Bel Air. It tastes like victory. We drink Bel Air around here. Le bleu. Bel Air, le bleu. The look bleu champagne. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bel Air. I ain't no black bottle boy. I'm a blue bottle boy. Yes, sir. Shout out to Black Balling Empire on the Super Chat. Shout out to the rookies with their first sack. Shout out to the defense and team for winning on the road. This builds confidence. What up, though? Listen, man. First road win. It wasn't pretty. But as we've seen over the past few years, winning is hard. Winning has been far too difficult for this team since that bald-headed dude bought the franchise. There's ugly wins, but we're going to take them how they come, especially when we 4-3. Do y'all realize the last time the Carolina Panthers, and don't let nobody rain on your parade. If you're a Panthers fan, this is for you. Do not let anybody rain on your parade about it just being a couple weeks. The last time the Carolina Panthers have been over 500, 7 games in, was 2019. October 2019. Guess what the #1 song in America was on the Billboard Top 100? Lizzo. Truth Hurts. Lizzo. Lizzo was Truth Hurts. Do Lizzo even make music like that no more? When the last time Lizzo had a hit record? Lizzo was #1 on the Billboard charts. Lizzo. Hey, come on, man. Enjoy this. Don't let anybody rain on your parade. Don't let anybody rob your joy. We enjoy the ride. No matter where the ride is going to end up, it's about the journey, not the destination. I don't care what opponents we got. I know the schedule gets tougher on paper. I don't care. Enjoy that ride. It's about the journey, not the destination. Shout out to Chicken Wang on the Super Chat. Said, go Dunk. No way we win with this. Hey, he said, no way we win a game scoring 13 points last year. I was laughing because I saw it. I couldn't get out. Bro. Listen, man. In big 2025, we scoring games winning 13 points. This might be the old Panthers for real. The Panthers might be back for real. An ugly defensive slugfest. Look, man. Look, 13 points, winning the turnover battle. We didn't give up a touchdown. Look, man. Another game where the defense did not give up a touchdown. We've done it against a better personnel offense with the Falcons, and now we beat up on some scrubs. So what that say? Only 2 teams in this season have we held down to no touchdowns. The Falcons and the Jets. That's a hell of a company to be in for the Falcons. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say to them dudes down south. Shout out to Wade Evans on the Super Chat. See, I was at the game. There was a good Panthers crowd, and we hit the keep pounding chant at the end, and the sideline was hype. I heard it on the broadcast. You could kind of hear it, the keep pounding chant on the broadcast. It was very, very faint, of course, because Fox sound is just horrible. But y'all held it down there. Shout out to everybody that traveled, man. Shout out to everybody that traveled to keep pounding faithful in the building, man. Traveling up north. Crazy work. Showing up. And I know it wasn't the biggest game to get excited about. The big plays, most of the big plays came from our defense. But shout out to y'all for hanging in there, cheering them boys on and holding them down, man. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate you, Wade. Hey, man, the defense. What else can you say, bro? What else can you say? They had the offense's back. Every time. 13 points and we won. Crazy work, man. Crazy work. I thought Ajiro called a nice game, bro. He blitzed Moehrig with some timely blitzes, especially that drive before the half. Man, what a game. Let's flip over to the offense, man. What can we say? It was not pretty. 1 touchdown, 2 field goals. The crazy part about it is, man, y'all see the thumbnail for this video. I have Justin Fields and Bryce Young. But funny enough, who would have known coming into this game that neither one of these quarterbacks would have finished it? For 2 different reasons, of course. Justin Fields was benched. Bryce Young, ankle injury. We got to figure out TBD, what's the status. It doesn't seem like anything long-term, but for neither one of the starting quarterbacks to finish the game is wild. Justin Fields, I honestly wanted him to stay in the game. I did. They weren't doing anything. Screens. He was barely even scrambling. They wouldn't throw the ball down the field, but the tight end, it's like check downs. Look, man. Justin Fields, man, it's over. It might be Jover, bro. It might be Jover. Nobody believed in Justin Fields more than Aaron Glenn. And he threw in the towel. Even he threw in the towel. But man, for neither one of these quarterbacks to finish the game, it's crazy. If you had told me that, like say dunk, man, craziness gonna happen on Sunday. Justin Fields and Bryce Young gonna start, but neither one of them are gonna finish. Bryce Young, man, the ankle tweak when he was getting out of the pocket, our interior O-line, man, they took their lickings today. They took them lickings today from Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams was everywhere, bro. They took some lumps. Austin Corbett got the start at left guard and decided to not rock the boat, keep everything the same, and put Austin Corbett at left guard. But Bryce Young, he got kind of stepped on, and it looked like he kind of got stuck in the ground and got tweaked. MetLife, bro. MetLife Stadium, bro. That turf, man. Thank goodness it ain't nothing serious. It don't look like. It don't look like nothing serious. But all that hoopla stuff about Bryce Young not being able to hold up because he was going to get hit and pounded by bigger guys, pause. It's been nothing but ankle tweaks. It's been nothing but ankle tweaks. You know what I'm saying? That's really put him out. And so this is something that we rarely had to deal with in the Bryce Young, the potential of Bryce Young not being in the game because of injury. We're going to see what happens. It's looking touch and go. He left in a walking boot, but you can see in the locker room celebration, which he probably had the boot on already, he was standing up behind Canales. X-rays are negative, but he'll get an MRI tomorrow to see the extent. I expect him to be week to week. He limped off the field on his own power, to the locker room at least, but then reports came out said that he couldn't put weight on it. So I don't know what it is. Maybe they're just throwing smoke screens. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. But this Bryce Young news, man, going into these other games, it's gonna be tough, man. Because Andy Dalton, I'm gonna tell you right now, Andy Dalton does not have the mobility. And I know the haters, they've been wanting to see Andy Dalton. They moved the goalposts. Now they want to see Hendon Hooker. They finally come to the realization that Andy, he ain't got the same spark that he used to. Andy Dalton is not mobile. Andy Dalton really, he don't want to get hit, brother. This dude is a one-read quarterback. He is getting rid of the football. He, for better or worse, he's getting rid of the football. This dude does not get past his first read. He don't play around. He gets rid of the ball. He get rid of the football. He do not go through the reads, bro. You can see it. He just getting rid of it, bro. First person he see kind of open, he throwing that thing. Dalton ain't got the same juice he used to. Bryce's mobility a lot of times gets out of sacks and gets rid of the ball and helps the O-line, makes the O-line look a little bit better. Yeah, Bryce, he could be a little bit troublesome in terms of moving around, but he definitely saves the O-line's bacon every so often, getting out of the pocket. Now, if we have to look for Andy Dalton, fortunately, the Bills' defense ain't all that. We saw that against the Falcons, but they're going to be coming off a bye week. But look, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. We'll see. We'll find out more about Bryce Young's status. Y'all know I'm gonna be on top of the news and updates. Tastes like victory, man. Yeah. Andy Dalton be getting rid of that thing. But what we did find out today, and again, we gonna say, because I know a lot of y'all think he has a lot more making up to do. So we're not gonna open the church doors. We're not gonna open the church doors. But Xavier Legette balled out today. 9 catches, 92 yards, 1 touchdown. I can't give up on Xavier Legette yet. I told y'all on my film breakdown on After Further Review on Wednesday, I showed y'all him being wide open. I even tweeted it out. I said that he was unlucky last game against the Cowboys and that his time was coming. I said it. 9 catches, 92 yards, a touchdown on the scramble drill with Bryce, and a 30-yard bomb to ice the game one-on-one down the sideline. The first time we've really seen Xavier Legette catch a go ball in his career. The first time. Some of y'all didn't believe. This is the potential that he flashed. I think if Andy Dalton does have to play, the emergence of Xavier Legette is going to be something to behold. It's going to be something to behold. A career game, 9 catches. He had contested catches on third down with guys draped all over him. He was underneath. He caught a deep ball down the sideline. Again, working in the scramble drill with Bryce. He balled out today. He balled out today. It's just him and Dalton, again, they have a better connection. It just is what it is. People were asking me, how come everybody else can get on the same page with Bryce but XL? I don't know. But you can see what happens when he's locked in with somebody. He can do some things. It ain't going to be pretty. He still was catching with his body. But damn it, he got the job done. He got the job done. He got the job done. Shout out to my man XL, man. He needed that for his confidence. Let's continue to stack this. Again, I will stand by it. Hitting on some of those big plays to Xavier Legette that I showed you on film was open is going to be the key to unlocking this offense for real, for real. We still got to find a way to get more creative and getting T-Mac the ball. I don't know what Dave got going on. Why do they continue to just leave T-Mac stationary? Move him around. The one time they decided to move him around, he caught that clutch 4th down catch. Like, man, move T-Mac around, man. Don't just line him up against Sauce Gardner. It didn't make sense. Sauce don't travel like that. Put T-Mac in the slot sometimes. Put him in motion. They weren't doing it. They were playing man, trying to man up with him and press. He's still a rookie going against one of the best corners in the league. Give a dog a bone, bro. Canales got to get more creative. We got this big shiny toy. We ain't even doing nothing with it. Straight up. Canales was on some other stuff, man. Canales was on some other stuff. Tad Black, welcome in. Go ahead, hit that subscribe. Well, you already subscribed. If you comment, you subscribe. But man, we gotta figure out how to get T-Mac back going. Jalen Coker was catchless. That's a weird game. Xavier Legette had twice as many targets. Xavier Legette, 11 targets. T-Mac, 5 targets. Evans, 3. Chuba, 3. Rico, 2. Horn, 2. Jalen Coker, 2. JT Sanders, 2. Tommy Tremble, 1. This is a weird game. This is a weird game. Weird. Xavier Legette leading the team in targets and receptions in Big 2025. How you love that? How you love that? Appreciate you subscribing, Tab. Yeah. As much flowers and credit we've been giving Canales, the play calling was just so clunky. Clunky. It was clunky. It wasn't anything complicated. They just ran man on third down. And just ran like zone on the first. They ran a lot of man, to be honest. They tried us. They really tried us. Shout out to Vince on the super chat. Said no such thing as an ugly win. 2 picks and multi-sacks. That looked pretty, especially the way our defense looked last year. You right. It wasn't pretty, but it count all the same. Nobody's going to ask the final score at the end of the year when the records are locked in. Nobody's going to ask the final score. Nobody's going to ask what the final score was of every game. Shout out to Vince again on the super chat. Said no interception for Bryce. Again, taking care of the football, man. When your defense playing like that, you win the turnover battle, get all them sacks, field position as well. Things are going to go in your favor. 13, again, complimentary football, man. 13 points and we won a game. Oh my gosh, what is it? 2013? What is it? What year is it? Is it 2013 Panthers? What is going on? What is going on? Shout out to Joe Clarity on the super chat. Said, not weird. Wilkes isn't a bum at DC. Let some of our fans tell it that didn't want to hire him. He's not a good coach. Just saying. Just saying. That's what a lot of people in our fan base said about him that didn't want to hire him. They tried to hold him to the fire for picking up the pieces that Matt Rule put into place and got mad at him for not being able to make chicken salad out of chicken doo-doo. That's what some of our fan base said about Steve Wilkes. That's probably what Ballhead said too. That's probably what Ballhead said too. Reason why he went with Frank Wright. You know what I mean? But I agree. Wilkes ain't no slouch. Shout out to Bonnie Collins on the super chat. Pair character cheerfully blowing a party horn. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the super chat. So let's talk about it, man. I know y'all want to talk about it. Rico Dowdle had 79 yards rushing off the bench. Off the bench. He more than doubled Chuba Hubbard's output. 17 carries, 79 yards for Rico Dowdle. Chuba Hubbard, 14 carries, 31 yards. Man, it's weird, man. It just feels like the Carolina Panthers are overthinking this. I'm gonna be honest. Can I be honest with y'all? I like Chuba. I do. What he's been able to do over the last few years, y'all know me. I've made multiple videos about Chuba, how he's been able to turn himself from a 5th round pick to an RB1 for us. It cannot be ignored. He's the epitome of keep pounding. And I said it before, I honestly didn't care who was going to get the start at running back because both were going to play and both were going to get the football. 31 carries between the two of them, 17-14 for Rico. The production wasn't even close. The eye test, it just looked not even close. But the eye test also just looked like the runs were different. They just kept trying to run Chuba on these zone runs up the middle. But Rico, they gave him in the middle. They hit him with the toss routes. They hit him with the pulling guards to get to the outside, just like last week. A lot of the stuff that we've been doing over the past 2 weeks when we really discovered our run game, they leaned into it more with Rico. But it seems like with Chuba, they did the stuff from the first 3 weeks that doesn't work, that teams have figured out. If you've been watching me on Wednesdays, we've talked about the gap schemes and the zone schemes. Teams have figured out our zone schemes. We've been doing more gap stuff as a change-up with this big, strong offensive line, and it's been paying dividends. Yes, it also helps that we played some bad defenses. I understand that two guys can have different run styles. You can see Rico Dowdle tiptoeing and struggling the first couple of weeks before we really turned our running game into a gap scheme type of attack. You can see him tiptoeing on those type of runs. They just don't hit the same like they were last year. So I don't understand why when Chuba Hubbard gets back, we don't give him the similar type of runs. And you can tell me that, oh, Rico runs harder, he finishes runs. I agree. He has way more burst right now. I don't know if Chuba is still hurt or what. But at the same time, you can't tell me that if the O-line is getting a running back like Rico Dowdle 80 yards before contact in previous games, that any running back can't do that. Yards before contact is what the O-line blocks. The running back don't have nothing to do with the yards before contact like that, especially when it's a gap run. The gap runs only can hit in one or two places, tops. Gap runs are you following blockers because there's designated areas. Zone, you have to make reads, you have to use your vision, and you have to hit the hole based on how the defense reacts and how the O-line blocks. Gap schemes are deliberate. There's an O-line blocking, somebody's going to kick out, somebody's going to lead up, you follow your lead blocker. Rico's pace and patience and burst has been excellent. He's way more comfortable in those gap scheme runs. But don't look me in my eye, even with my shades on, and tell me that Chuba can't do the same thing with those type of runs. Give him the same type of runs. I think right now you definitely have to make Rico the lead guy. I told you guys, nobody runs harder than a running back that's motivated and trying to get paid. And it's clear as day that Rico Dowdle is hungry, he's motivated, and he wants to get paid. Period. That's just point blank, period. And so I just don't understand why we don't. They're making it too complicated. Reports came out before the game. The Panthers have been studying other teams like the Lions and the Seahawks, trying to figure out how to use both backs. Why? The Lions, I guess, okay, but why are you looking at the Seahawks? The Seahawks? Are the Seahawks that potent of a two running back system that somebody you need to watch? Why can't you figure it out yourself? It just makes me feel like they're overthinking it. Go with the high hand. Start Rico. Give Chuba his carries. It feels like Chuba is a better short yardage back because he's more of a no-nonsense, downhill type of guy. But like, you can start who you want. I really don't care. But like, you're throwing away plays if you're gonna just call them zone plays that hasn't worked all year just because Chuba's in. Don't tell me Chuba can't run a toss sweep. They call a toss sweep for Rico. This brother get 12 yards. They call a toss sweep for Chuba. He get hit in the backfield by 3 defenders. It's crazy. It's crazy. It feel like they overthinking it, bro. Looking at other teams, like, bro, you have 2 running backs. You know what plays that you've been drawing up the past few weeks that work. Run the plays that work. Rotate the running backs. Whoever's the hottest, stick with them more and do what you got to do. I think the problem for them is they thought that Rico and Chuba were the same type of backs. So they were giving Rico them zone runs that he's not that good at. That's why he was tiptoeing to start the year. That's why he was tiptoeing to start the year. They have different styles. Rico is just a little bit better being patient, setting up these blocks, and hitting it hard with bursts. The contact balance has been better. I don't know if Chuba is still hurt or what. But you can't tell me if your O-line is getting all these yards before contact with these gap scheme runs that you don't just run those runs. Run the runs that the O-line blocks better. If Rico is the better back with what we are running now. We're successful with this gap scheme runs. Just run those. No matter who's in, just run those. It should be independent of the running back. Run what the O-line blocks the best. The O-line is what matters. If a running back can't, if the O-line is blocking like this and the running back can't make stuff happen on these gap runs, then you have a problem. But just run what the O-line blocks the best. It's not that complicated. I feel like we're overthinking it. I feel like we're overthinking it. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna turn this fan on. I'm hot. I feel like we're overthinking it, man. That's how I feel. Just call what works. Call what works for the O-line. Call what works for the O-line. But like, dude, like, we're looking at the Lions and the Seahawks. What? The Seahawks? Are the Seahawks just some potent, like, the Seahawks? The Seahawks? Really? Like, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm a casual. Maybe I'm a casual. But are the Seahawks just some potent run game that they're a model that we should be looking to for how they do things? Am I a casual? Am I a casual? Do I not know about the Seahawks? I'm just saying. But if we're gonna continue, we need to continue to lean into this gap stuff. And if we're going to do that, Rico should be the lead back. But don't put Chuba in and just call some bull. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. If you're gonna call different stuff when Chuba comes in, then that works. That's all I'm saying. I don't feel like it's a hot take. I don't feel like that's a hot take. I don't. But it is what it is. Man, all that being said, we're not here to be negative. We're here to be positive. We got the dub. Xavier Legette, player of the game on offense, 9 for 92 in a tub. It tastes like victory. It tastes like victory. It tastes like victory. It tastes like Bro, 4-3. That's why I'm showing all 100, whatever some of my teeth I got. How many teeth is that? We 4-3, y'all. We 4-3. How you love that? How you love that, chat? We 4-3. Shout out to Vince on the super chat. So ain't much love for Chuba, but ain't nobody stopping a Rico charge. Hey, Rico, again, nobody runs harder than a running back that's motivated and trying to get paid, and Rico got that look in his eye. He's got that look in his eye. He do. You can see it. You can see it. You can, man. So again, dude, y'all just don't know, man. I've been telling y'all for years. Shout out to everybody that's been subscribed for as long as you've been subscribed. Look, man, the first year I made content, we went to the playoffs. Way back when in 2017. Yeah, it's been dark, y'all. Ever since then, it's been dark. It just feels so good, bro, to be able to come on these streams. And celebrate with y'all, man. It just feels so good, man. It's so much more fun. We've been making videos. We've been so trash. The 2 and 15 year, the 5 and 12s. Through the fire. Bro, we 4-3 after 7 games. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. I can't believe it. We still got so much more football left to play too. That's the beauty part. That's the beautiful part about it. We still got the story is still being written. I know it's going to be a roller coaster ride with Bryce getting hurt. We still got, 10 more games? But man, positivity, bro. Positivity. Through the fire. We done made it, bro. We on the up and up, bro. It feel like we on the up and up. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but I feel like we on the up and up, man. We on the up and up and feel like, man, we got something to be hopeful about. Whether you feel one way or the other about a particular player, bro, overall, it just feels like this team is different, man. It's different. It's different. Somebody, y'all asking, can we pay Rico? Look, man. Look. I'm going to be honest. You got to play it by ear. You got to see if, and it sounds crazy, but if you think that Jonathan Brooks is going to be back to anything close to himself, you almost can't, bro. You just drafted one in ETN. You just paid one in Chuba. You got to pay Icky. You got to pay K. Mays in the offseason probably. You need a linebacker, probably a veteran linebacker. You're probably going to need a better corner as well. You may draft a corner to compete with Mike Jack. But it would be bad business to pay Rico Dowdle anything crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what his contract value will be. But it would be bad business to pay Rico Dowdle and pay 2 running backs. That's what got Marty in trouble, huh? And didn't Marty do something like that? He had too much money in that running back room. You just drafted ETN. You drafted Brooks. If you think Brooks can be anything, bro, it's no way. There's no way. But y'all, please give this video a thumbs up if you have not. We got 276 people watching, man. Shout out to y'all. But we only got 113 likes. Yeah, we got wait, bro. We got way too, because we still need juice. We still need juice on the pass rush. The pass rush came alive today, but it's been mostly struggling. Yes, the edge guys can develop, but man, we need some. We got to be able to get after the quarterback better, man, on the and against some formidable teams. You know what I'm saying? It's we just got way too many. We got way too many things that we need, bro, on this grocery list. The grocery list too long to be paying Rico. You know what I'm saying? It's man. I just think we got too many smart people and analytics guys for us to pay another running back. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. And I see some of y'all agreeing. So I actually appreciate the maturity of us as a fan base to realize the business side of it. Like, we got needs, bro. We got other needs, unfortunately. We got other needs, unfortunately. Oh yeah, we finna get up off here in a second. I'm about to I gotta get this hate watch going. Falcons are down. I gotta get this hate watch going. Yeah. I mean, it was Coker's first game back, so I'm tempering expectations. He only got 2 targets. First game back, got to find his way into the rotation. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Mitchell Evans had a great game. JT Sanders, man, I'm a little disappointed, man. I'm not gonna lie, because if he's gonna be an average blocker and not catch the ball, because we were sold on him not dropping passes in his final year, he's got to get it together. Because Bryson Tremaine is a guy that's a tweener that's shown a little bit more heart and feistiness in the blocking game than JT Sanders. And he catches the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, like, JT it's his first game back, so he may be a little rusty. But man, he got it, man. It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. Yeah, I mean, JT, yeah, he had that drop from Dalton. And again, I'm going to give some grace. Patience, and grace. This should be a new thing, patience and grace. Sometimes it takes a development, takes some time. I think Coker will be fine. I'm willing to give JT Sanders his time. He'll be fine. But I feel like our tight end group over the past few weeks has been like a rock in terms of blocking and contributing in the receiving game. So I just think they may be rusty, but like, again, it's a lot of competition in that room, man. There's a lot of competition in that tight end room. So we got to give him some grace. A lot of people are coming back. Turk, his first game back. So we got to give some guys some grace, man. Give them some time, give them some grace. It's better to have them there, the depth and the rotation. Everything ain't got to be black and white. It's better to have options and let stuff play out. I like what I've seen from Evans. Like what I've been seeing in the blocking game from Trimble. Tremaine has been doing his thing as well. They've been a competitive tight end room. Not really a huge weapon, but leaking out of the backfield, making plays after the catch, being an asset in the running game, helping out in pass pro. They've been doing their jobs. So I think I'm willing to wait. But again, I still think that, man, our offense still hasn't clicked yet. We still haven't had a fire in all cylinders type of game from the offense. We got to get T-Mac involved. We got to get Excel on some big plays. We didn't really get much from Coker today. I want to see a balanced all-day effort. I mean, I'd rather be this critical and win. That's the beauty of it, guys. That's the beauty of this, guys. We're being critical of the offense and wins. We could even have more at this point, but we're being critical and looking for improvement from the offense and some players and wins, not losses. It's good when you can have wins and then look at the film, watch the game, and know exactly where we need to get better at. That's the beauty of it, man. That's the beauty of this. We're growing still. We're a young team. They're figuring things out. This is another type of win. This Panthers team, man, is figuring out things on the fly right now. We had a 30-0 blowout. That's a different type of win for us, for sure. We had a last-minute field goal. We had to come from behind against the Cowboys at home. Field goal and won the game. Drain the clock. That's a different type of win. The 30-27, pretty much shootout. We had a 14-point comeback against the Dolphins. 17, excuse me. Point comeback against the Dolphins. And then today, it was an ugly defensive slugfest. 13-6. We're going to score one offensive touchdown. And pretty much just won the turnover battle and didn't do anything to lose the game. Finding different ways to win, man. Being in these type of environments for this young team that we have so much youth on there. Being in different scenarios, finding different ways to win, and being able to be critical of them and talk about what needs to get better, it feels good, man. It feels like we're pushing in the right direction. It feels like we're pushing in the right direction. Now, we'll see what they're going to do at the trade deadline because Princely got hurt, but he came back, of course. Do we go after edge help? Do we? I don't know. But it just feels like Eddie just made a 55-yarder. Wow. Yeah, Denver barely scored on the Jets too. But then look at the Cowboys. The Cowboys dropped 44 today. We held them to 30. 27. We put up 30 on them. So, man, it's just a process, man. It's a process of growing. We'll see if they make any moves. The deadline is November 4th, so still plenty of weeks before that. I think they're going to want to see, it's going to be up to this last couple stretch. They're going to try to get through this Bills, Packers, whatever, Saints, whatever stretch, and see where we are. Look, man, let me look at the schedule. If we're in a winning scenario, that's when they may trade for a player. But I think they're gonna just roll with the punches unless we make a significant jump. Because we got the Bills, Packers, Saints, and Falcons. At 4-3, let's say we go 2-2. We're 6-5. Actually, we got 2 more games. Let's say we win, or say we split them. Let's say we beat the Bills and beat the Packers and lose to the Packers. 5-4. Is that enough for them to make a move? Maybe, maybe not. Now, if we win both of them things, first of all, I'm going to be ignorant. Second of all, they might need to make a trade. Because if we 6-3, bro, after getting through that little gauntlet, I'm just going to say it. It's going to be some conversations that need to be had. Joe Person posted a doctor that said that he may be out a few weeks. I don't see Bryce playing next week. I don't see him playing next week. David Newton, I know it don't sound credible. Look, man, I'm gonna get ignorant, bro. But I don't know. David Newton, he ain't good for much. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna say much, but if he says something about Bryce Young and says sources close to the situation, believe him. That's the one nugget you're gonna get from a necessary blunt in sports talk. Don't ask me how I know. Just know I know that he be knowing. Just know I know that he be knowing. If it's some Bryce Young news and he says something about Bryce, and he says about sources, and he actually references sources, believe him. I know he ain't good for nothing. I know he ain't good for much, but I'm telling you right now, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't think Bryce is playing next week for that reason. We'll see what it's gonna be as far as how far it's going, but he was in a boot after the game. So it's a little bittersweet victory, unfortunately. Bittersweet victory, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to see. Hopefully we can get Damian back next week. Damian Lewis, we need that. Need that. He's the straw that stirs the drink for this O-line, bro. He's the nastiest one on the O-line. He's the nastiest one on the O-line. Shout out to Christopher Wright on the Super Chat. Mitchell Evans greater than JT Sanders, and nah. Right now, man, you got to say Mitch is playing ball, man. The blocking, I see him getting pancakes. I think it's not even a question in terms of if he's the better blocker. But JT looks a little rusty today, man. He's coming back from injury. I'm going to give JT grace. But Mitchell Evans is on a great trajectory right now. I'm loving the usage of our tight end group. Physical in the run game, everybody all around. So I think that part of it is going to have to make JT step his game up, because that's the weakest part of his game, is that run blocking. So the rest of the competition in the room should be pushing him to be better in that area, be more physical, be more nasty. We saw Bryson Tremaine doing his thing in the blocking game. We saw JT Sanders doing the same. Tommy Tremble doing the same. That should push JT Sanders to get better in that area. But he also has to get it together in the receiving game. Again, I'm willing to give him grace for some rest. But don't take too long, my boy. Don't take too long. The competition getting thick. Thick. Getting thick. Yeah. Turtle. I don't think it's turtle. He got that ankle stepped on. Yeah, man. I'm excited. But I'm gonna get up off here, man. Gotta go get this hate watch in. Austin Corbett playing out of position, man. He playing out of position. Again, I want to give Austin Corbett some grace. He had a tough matchup against Quinnen Williams, and Steve Wilkes put Quinnen on him all day, every day. So I'm going to give him some grace because he's playing out of position. Center is not his natural position either. Left guard ain't his natural position. Right guard is natural position. But I would rather have Austin Corbett, who has starting experience playing in that left guard spot, than having a guy like Brandon Walton, who we saw before, or Chandler Zavala, who played trash as well. So I'm good with Austin for now, but I definitely want Damian Lewis back. And I would probably leave Austin Corbett out of the lineup until we need him again. If Damian Lewis is ready to go next week, that's what I'll say. But I definitely think that not having Damian Lewis there's a lot of guys that we can go without. I don't think Damian Lewis is one of them. We've had 6 different combinations of offensive linemen starting in 7 games. Every one of our starters has missed at least one game. For us to still be doing what we've been doing in the run game over these past couple games is a testament to the coaching and the depth. So, again, I wouldn't rock the boat too much. If Lewis is ready, put him back in and leave Corbett on the bench until absolutely necessary. But shoot, even Brady Christensen was struggling today. He was getting bull rushed. K. Mays took a couple lumps too in the run game, missing some blocks, letting Quentin Williams just go right by. I didn't understand it a couple times. But overall, the effort has been pretty good from the offensive line, man. And we're going to need them to step up even more with Andy Dalton because he's not as mobile as Bryce. He's going to get rid of that football, so he's going to take a lot of pressure off of them. Again, Andy Dalton, man. It's Andy Dalton, he's old, man. He's not mobile anymore. Believe it or not, this dude was a dual threat quarterback at TCU coming out of college. But Father Time is undefeated. Father Time is undefeated. Andy Dalton is going to get rid of that football for better or worse. He does not want to be hit at his big age. He's going to be a one-read quarterback, man. And not saying that he can't read defenses. No, he's going to get rid of the ball because he doesn't want to get hit. It's coming out quick. He may miss some plays and stuff because he's going to look at the first guy that he sees is open and take it. Meanwhile, the play on some deeper routes could develop. He's going to miss some of those. But he's going to get rid of the football. So you got to be able to live and die with that. The offense is going to look a little bit different. We'll see. We've been leaning on the run game so much. It may not be a huge factor, but hopefully he can hold it down while Bryce Young is out. Hopefully he can hold it down while Bryce Young is out. I'm not optimistic, but I'm hopeful. I got to get them T-shirts made. I got to work on getting them T-shirts made. I'm not optimistic, but I'm hopeful that Andy Dalton can get it done because this is a tough stretch of games, and we can really put some things together. We can really put some things together. But a home win against the Bills, I need it like air. I need it like air. We done seen Unc and them on Thursday ball out with Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco. I need Andy Dalton to channel that for a game or two or whatever we need him to do until QB1 gets back. I need it. It's the year of the unction. I need it. I need it. So hopefully Andy can hold it down. But all right, y'all, let me get up off here. I'm about to go hate watch the second half of the Falcons. Y'all make sure y'all keep pounding. Enjoy y'all night. Drink y'all blue champagne because it tastes like victory. It tastes like victory. It tastes like victory. Hey, man, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the super chats. Shout out to everybody participating, showing love. Shout out to Panthers Nation. 3 wins in a row. First win on the road. 4-3. First time being over 500 through 7 games in 6 years. Lizzo had a #1 single. Lizzo had a #1 single last time we had a winning record through 7 games. Crazy work. Crazy work. What a time to be alive, Panthers Nation. We made it through the fire. All right, y'all, man. I love y'all. Y'all be easy, be safe. Drink y'all blue. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to Bleacher Report for my updates. Said, thanks for fixing the pillow. I did it just for you. I did it just for you. I did it just for you. Y'all keep pounding, Panthers Nation. Peace.